Hi, and welcome to Geordie Rambles, the channel where I walk, talk and explore. Today's walk took me to Holywell Dene, a beautiful natural woodland and river valley located in the south of Northumberland in the northeast of England. This is a walk I've been doing since childhood and was probably my first introduction to nature, so it felt really amazing to be going back there. And while not planned, it had snowed heavily the night before and was snowing most of the morning, so we were lucky enough to see the forest covered in snow, and it truly was a winter wonderland and a spectacle. During the walk, I reflect on exercise and how it affects my well-being and my journey with this over the years. So expect snow-covered landscapes and some seaside elements too. Thank you as always. Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more walks just like this one. Enjoy. Okay, the skies are changing a tiny bit, but honestly guys, I can barely look up to walk ahead. It's so intense. So I actually used to have a paper round in this estate just opposite, and the streets were very, very complicated. They were sort of like spaghetti streets, like a sort of round hedge maze. So I remember it took me weeks to learn my round. Very bizarre. So I'm not able to get a ton of footage because it's just one of them walks, and I've mentioned this in one of my past videos, when the weather turns you just have to get your head down and get on with it. It's still enjoyable, but I'm certainly not going to be, I'm not going to be able to pause to reflect or anything like that. Snow's really still coming down, but it is absolutely beautiful out here. I'm really glad I put the base layers on this morning as well, because I'm nice and snug. Just to give you a bit of context about this walk as well, this walk's probably the first walk I ever did as like a kid. Parents would bring us down this way. It's about 10 minutes from where they used to live. We're currently on the back track going towards Holywell Dene, which used to be an old railway line. So we're just coming into Holywell Dene now. Absolutely magical stuff, and I'm really glad we pushed on. I don't want to go on those channels that constantly, talks cliches, but my mood was so low this morning when I woke up. It was dark outside and I just didn't want to do anything but push through and come out, and it's just been so worth it to see this. I just feel so grateful I've got to see some snowy weather. It's so rare down south in London, so this is just brilliant. So we are now looking at Seaton Burn. This runs through the entirety of Holywell Dene, and dating as far back as medieval times, water mills would have been operating here, which is just evidence of the sort of industrial past the northeast is typically known for. But now it's just a relaxing river that runs through the entirety of Holywell Dene. I want to talk about exercise and fitness, and it's quite a big subject for me. I'll tell you a bit about my history with it. When I was very young, I just wasn't interested in fitness at all. And I was really terrible at PE. often pick last for things, which never helps and puts you off and puts you off. So obviously I just kept thinking I was really bad at it, and really didn't enjoy any sort of exercise at all. It wasn't till my sort of early 20s where eventually, I don't know what clicked. I think it was when I was very unwell, suffering with quite bad depression at the time. I decided to go for a run. And that was the beginning for me. I couldn't run far. Honestly, I could run like 10 meters, had to stop. Run again, 10 meters, had to stop. But I built it up over time. And I still jog today. I still run today at least once a week, try to do it twice a week. And what I've never found a sport. I'd love to find a sport that I really enjoyed, and because that with it, doing a sport would be fitness and social in one, which would be just a great thing to have in your life, I think. In terms of, because of the age I'm getting to now as well, I'm quite interested in strength, but I'm not someone who can, I'm not someone who can go in a gym and just use weight machine and free weights. I find it so dull. I know that lots of people enjoy it and it is the quickest way to build muscle, but I just find it so dull. And I think, in my opinion, life's too short to do exercise you're not interested in at all and you actually actively don't enjoy. So for me, I found strength classes. I have very slowly but gradually built strength up, and I really enjoy those and do try to go to those semi-regularly. Often, as you'll imagine, with my mood, sometimes I don't make the classes, I lose the discipline. But often I will make them. So my exercise journey's really been about running / jogging, exercise classes. And then of course the big one, the hiking long distances is sort of, I don't even count this as exercise because I enjoy it so much. But I wonder if you've got any experience of exercise, or whether you hate exercise, or whether you love it, or whether have you got obsessed with it at one point. I've never got to that point where I felt like I've ever been obsessed with it, but have you reached there? And how does exercise and fitness fit into your life and fit into your sort of health journey? And has it changed your life in the way it's changed mine? And I've never been like super thin or anything like that, but I consider myself quite fit now. But I'm not a gym bunny in brackets, or like, you know, one of these sort of it's not very nice to when people call you health fanatics. I'm not one of them or anything. But I do find that regular weekly exercise for me, it's such a cliche, isn't it? But the weekly exercise for me really, really, really helps with my mood and my well-being. Just to add to that as well, I forgot to mention, I really enjoy swimming. I'll have weeks, not usually months, but weeks where I'm not able to manage these classes and something. So we've just made it to the edge of Holywell Dene. We're going to head this direction now to a little town called Seaton Sluice, then head back along the coast past St Mary's Lighthouse. Not sure how brutal the weather is going to be at the coast. As you've seen from the footage, it's so pretty and picturesque here, but we'll see what it's like at the coast. If you want to come a bit closer and I love this public bridleway, like topped with snow. There's just something so sort of quintessentially English looking about it. So we're just coming into Seaton Sluice now, and it's like Christmas card perfect, you know? So this is Seaton Sluice Harbour, as I mentioned. Back in the day, this was quite a big, busy, bustling harbour, and was quite well known for smuggling. Believe it or not, the secret passages that run beneath the village, where they used to smuggle things like alcohol and tea. I love the idea that somewhere around here there's like secret passages running underneath. Now it's known for being quite a nice area to live, a nice quiet little town. So here is St Mary's Lighthouse, built in 1898. It was built to warn sailors of dangerous rocks which can be found along the coast here. It's on St Mary's Island, which during high tide is actually cut off. There's a causeway you can just see on the right hand side, which is only accessible during certain tides. The snow's actually stayed off, which is amazing. Kind of been the perfect walk. Got a little bit of blue skies on the other side as well. I think exercise sometimes as well gets a super bad name. I think often the people you see doing it are the people who are telling you to do it are incredibly sort of physically fit, so it makes it feel kind of unachievable for someone who isn't. When that's not the case, like anything, it's on a scale, you know what I mean? Exercise can exist from like going out for half an hour of walk a day to running a triathlon. It doesn't have to be one or the other. And I sometimes worry there's a bit of a culture of sort of taking the mickey out of exercise. And I don't think that's right, or like making a joke of not exercising, because it's not exercising isn't it's not really funny, because like you do need exercise. I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to explain. I'm saying it's just shouldn't be this all or nothing thing, this I do nothing, or you know, you see these incredibly fit athletic people telling us to do exercise. It's on a scale, you know. So we've made it to St Mary's Lighthouse. This is a really iconic image for anyone who lives in Whitley Bay and anyone from the northeast. Whitley Bay Lighthouse is like the symbol of Whitley Bay, I guess. Thank you so much for coming today. Honestly, I'm so grateful we got to see Holywell Dene and all that snow. It's been a really, really magical time. As always, what are your thoughts about exercise and well-being? What's the relationship? Have you had a journey with it? Any thoughts on that? Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more walks like this one. But until next time, I will see you later.